Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Well, this video will show you a clear example of how the media operatives and their owners will turn a primary issue into a secondary issue. That is, instead of focusing on the primary issue, the problem that actually caused the situation, they will redirect it to the secondary, tertiary issues. And that is Epstein client list and his suicide. That is the primary issue. That is the one. If you remember, if you don't, I'll let you know right now. Mr. Patel and Mr. Bongino from FBI came out and said, we couldn't find anything about Epstein. He committed suicide, and there's no client list ever been. And everybody was like, not everybody, but some people were like, okay. And then you have the Department of Justice, Miss Bondi, and she comes and says, well, a few months ago, I have on my desk the Epstein client list. A few months ago, she came and said, it's on my desk, like this used toilet paper. But it's used only on one side. I use it on the other. Okay, it's still clean. All right. So, which one is lying? I think they're all lying. Why? The forces in charge of our system will not allow these guys to disclose something that we have a gut feeling that exists. A lot of people said it exists, and all of a sudden, it does not exist. Abracadabra, I'm going to reach you and grab you by the balls. So, what's going on here? We have a problem. Mr. Bongino, who was very googly eye while the interview, no, there's no Epstein list. Now, he had a problem with Miss Bondi, the AG, isn't she? The Department of Justice, right? General Attorney, whatever she is. Very smart, very smart. That's dangerous. That's the problem. So they had a little spat at a little meeting, which is Miss Bondi claimed that this guy, Bongino, released some information about Epstein to some media. And Bongino, with his googly eye, no, it's not me. Now, Trump got now in between and says, hold on, baby doll. Let's solve the problem. Hold on. Time out. Cut it off. Pump the brake. So, let me walk you through this while I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 articles. Why is this important? What do you mean up till about 2 weeks ago there was a list and then now there's not? And the media switches it to a MAGA problem, not to the fact, wait a minute, the primary issue is screwed up. I don't care about these guys. These guys come and go. The issue is there. But no, they diverted. And another thing that I have to mention is like this. I would like you to see how the media, and I will show you how the media, how the operatives use the MAGA being upset and the conspiracy theorists. So if you have questions or you are skeptical, which is the mother of knowledge, you are a conspiracy theorist, you're a bad dude. And supposedly only the MAGA people should care about Epstein having a client list with some adults fucking some minors. The rest, they don't care. Switch the channel, give me the chips, blow me. Really? Is that the way? That's exactly how they're portrayed. Only some crazies are interested in the truth. Not in the truth, in conspiracy theories. Did you hear the FBI said there's no list? Cut it off, go over there, shut the fuck up, get your booster, drive your car alone with your mask on, and go to work, pay your taxes, and most importantly, shut the fuck up. Don't rock the boat. Go and work, modern economic slave. So, let's start with the first article. God damn it. Sputnik. Tension rise at DOJ. FBI chiefs consider exit over Bondi's mishandling of Epstein case. Because she says she's got information, this guy said no. So it was a report. They came with a report. And they said, no, there's no list. Yes, the guy committed that. We were like, Are you telling me right now it's dark outside? Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Please. All right, and then Bongino's alleged leak to the media. And now they got upset. And we are upset about the argument between Bondi on one side and Patel and Bongino on the other. I don't give a fuck. I want to know where and who is on that list. Moscow FBI Director Patel is considering leaving the post if FBI Deputy Director Bongino leaves his position. Both dissatisfied with Attorney General Pam Bondi, media reporters citing a source. The Semaphore news portal reported on Friday, citing sources familiar with the situation, that Bongino was considering leaving his post over Bondi's handling of the case of financier Jeffrey Epstein. Bongino's credibility, I think, is zero or negative. For me, at least. He was not high before. Direct experience, okay? Ask Bongino to tell you about Israel and Putin and Russia, and you realize, as Ben Shapiro, they are, I would say, dishonest. All right, let's move on. Sources close to DOJ says Patel also wants Bondi gone, and he's considered leaving if Bongino leaves. We don't give a fuck about you. Where's the list? That's the primary issue. Not you. Get the fuck out. Also, there are more frustrations with other documents Bondi hasn't released. Okay. All right, let's see. The FBI and DOJ have issued a joint statement claiming that Epstein, who was charged with sexual exploitation of minors, was not involved in blackmail or influential people and did not have a client list at all. However, in February, Bondi stated in an interview with Fox News that the list was sitting on her desk to review. On Tuesday, Bondi said she wasn't referring to the client list, but to the case files. All right, gaslighting. All right, so that's what it is. And then, what happened? Deputy FBI Director Bongino has told people he's considering resigning among Epstein flies fallout. Go, fuck off, I don't care. Google AI, go. All right, so what happened, my friends? Let me show you what's going on over here. The infighting over the case came to a head during a Wednesday meeting, which included Bongino, Bondi, Patel, and White House Chief of Staff Susie Wiles. The sources says Bongino and Patel were confronted about whether they were behind a story that said that FBI wanted more information released, but it was ultimately stymied by the Department of Justice. They say, we don't care. This is tertiary issue, not the primary. Where is the list? Okay, Bongino denied leaking the notion to News Nation, which published the story. A source familiar with the matter told CNN, though he did not sign on to a statement defending the review included in that article. Ready? CNN has reached out to Bongino and the FBI for comment. The sources cautioned that Bongino had not made up his mind. And it was possible he would stay in his position. All right? So let's see. The whole thing has been a complete mess and no one is happy. Next one. Bongino considering resigning from FBI over bungled Jeffrey Papa. Google AI right there, just so you know. Bongino is reporting furious issue again. They redirect Pam and so on. I want that is. But let me show you where they go into the MAGA. The systematic review revealed no incriminating client list. There is no client list, just a department memo. They both, FBI, Patel, and Bongino, agreed and were okay with Bondi issuing the memo saying, the report memo saying he committed. And by the way, we released a video and the video missed 1 minute. It's missing from the whole video of the incarcerated Jeffrey Epstein. And then the people who asked about the 1 minute, in a minute, I can do a lot of things, man. A lot of things I can do in a minute. I tell you that. All right, but hey, a minute, and the conspiracy theorists want to see that minute. And we are conspiracy theorists, and only MAGA wants to see that minute. Why do you want to see that minute, homie? Are you crazy? Why do you need a minute? In a minute, I can do a lot of penetration, a lot of stabbing, shooting, poking, balls grabbing, and all that. Just to mention a few of my abilities. Oh my fucking God. All right, let's see what else. All right, here. Okay, let's go to the next one, which comes from Associated Press. Furor. Furor over Epstein files sparks clash between Bondi and Bongino at the Justice Department. 1, 2, 3, Polizei. She's smart. That's dangerous. All right, because you have to be clean. So let's be papata, move, trapalaca, sought after we are doing. All right, which rank influential fiery media personalities, speaking poco, upset, and right here. The cascade of disappointment and disbelief arising from the refusal to disclose additional much-hyped records from Epstein investigation underscores the struggles of FBI and Justice Department leaders to resolve the conspiracy theories and amped up expectations that they themselves have stoked with claims of a cover-up and hidden evidence. Infuriated by the failure of officials to unlock and promise the secrets of the so-called deep state, Trump supporters on the far right have grown restless and even demanded change at the top. Only Trump supporters have grown restless. The other ones don't care. So are you telling me that a Democrat will not care to know if Epstein had, I don't know, Bill Clinton and Donald Trump or Dershowitz or others flying to a happy island and fucking, you know what I mean? You think a Democrat will not care to see that? If not, he's evil or she's evil. They should be very much involved. This is not a matter of MAGA or Democrats or independents, how we want to go. This is a matter of normality, of virtue, of values, of principles, of law and justice. It's only MAGA. Yeah, okay. All right. Here it is. Trump expressed frustration in social media posting on Saturday over the divide among the diehards of the Make America Great Again movement over the matter. Only these guys seem to be imbeciles. And expressed support for Bondi. His lengthy post made no mention of Bongino. And this is what Trump wrote. What's going on with my boys? And in some case, gals. Trump wrote, they're all going after Attorney General Pam Bondi, who is doing a fantastic job. We're on the team, MAGA. And I don't like what's happening. Got it? Next one. Trump comes to Bondi defense amid uproar from his base. No, everybody should be upset about it. Look who's over here. Overseer. There you go. All right. Among fake criticism from far-right influencers and conservative internet personalities over the Justice Department abrupt refusal to release additional documents from Jeffrey Epstein sex trafficking investigation. So you're telling me that only far-right influencers and conservatives were upset about it? Do you think that's why mounting criticism? If that, the other guys are mollusks. They have no backbone. All right, let's continue reading here. So, my friends, again, a supposed Epstein client list that Bondi once intimated was sitting on her desk for review does not exist. The Justice Department acknowledged in a 2-page memo Monday and further railed conservative critics who'd been hoping for a proof of a government cover-up. No, we want to know who was over there. And all of a sudden, there's nothing. Remember, this is not about MAGA, far right, left. No, this is right here. Bondi has faced pressure after first document dumped the hyped failure to deliver revelations. No, I want the truth. I don't want a manufactured truth. Far-right influencers were divided into the White House on February and provided with binders marked the Epstein files phase 1 and declassified. There should be a problem, a national problem, not based on MAGA, my friends. That's the way it is, my friends. They are doing this always when it's an important issue. Instead of talking about, Israel just attacking Iran, preemptively being actually an illegal attack. You can't attack with anything another country's sovereignty and independence with bullets, let alone missiles. They don't talk about that one. They start with the right of self-defense and preemptive so the other guys don't do it. Who gave you the right? I want to know what kind of fucking law gave you the right. You know what gave? Self-defense. But the other guys can't do anything in self-defense? No, because if you react in self-defense, the bully boy United States of America will fuck you up. In the name of what exactly? There are certain things, my friends, many things actually, that unite us, not divide us. There's not too many things that divide us, more than unite us. The problem is these guys in charge of us, they try to divide us in drinking water. This water, same water, we're gonna make you dislike it and make me like it, just to oppose one another. But we both gonna drink the drinking water, the clean water, my friends. This is what the same thing here. We should all be concerned, not concerned, interested in finding out the truth. I personally do not think that there's no list. I tell you straight. Why? After so many people, personalities saying the list, there is the list. Now they say there's no list. So the other guys were talking shit. Yesterday I made a video with Alan Dershowitz. Alan Dershowitz, he's respected because he's a chosen one and he's clean as a whistle. He's a saint, almost as a saint, okay? Because he's part of, you know what I mean? He said, I know the list. I know people who are on the list. Anything? Many people said there's a list. I want to know, I mean, did they lie? All of them? And now this guy say, there's nothing? And besides, why would I try FBI? Why do I try why do I trust the government and the FBI? Why would I? They have never lied to me. They did. They did. Demonstratively, they did. Dershowitz lied? I don't know. And many others, my friends. So, I'm for the truth. Let's find out. But these guys are right now switching it into the infight. The issue is left over there. Let's go to the secondary, tertiary issue. That's always like that when they want to do a little cover-up. What do you think? Do you agree that there's no list? I mean, first, the whole thing is very, very fishy. Very, very fishy. Including the 1 minute. Let me read that for you. And here it is on this little article from Associated Press. All right. The department did disclose a video meant to prove that Epstein killed himself in jail. But even that raised the eyebrows, even that, of conspiracy theorists because of a missing minute in the recording. Are you crazy? If you show up in a court of law and there's a recording and you say, okay, I'm going to prove you nothing happened. Here is the video recording. And there's 1 minute missing from that recording. That's not valid. You didn't make a point. That 1 minute, a lot of things could have happened. Maybe Putin showed up and, whoo, here I am, boof, and ran away. My friends, this is ABC 1, 2, 3. And hey, the conspiracy theorists, see how they label people? Right there. Eyebrows, or even that. But even that release, without a minute, that means is useless. Zero. Fuck off. I know, my friends, I'm going to be having a heart attack here, bubbling. It's Thank you very much for being with me again today. And by the way, I should have started with this one, but I didn't. On the 14th of Monday at 3:30 p.m., that's 15:30 Eastern Time. So 3:30 Eastern Time, United States of America, which is 21:30, 9:30 Europe, Western Europe time. And I found out it actually is not 6:30 a.m. the next day, but it's 5:30 a.m. In Australia, I think in the eastern side of Australia, part of Australia. I will have a live stream. So Monday, join me for a live stream. Ask whatever questions you have. I will answer what I know and how much I can. Okay? Well, I have my limitations based on my life, if you know what I mean. So remember, Monday at 3:30 Eastern Time, United States of America, live stream with Tom Jones, Emil. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.